Long, curly-haired men do not exist in Fire Emblem. My dreams of a Weird Al Yankovic lord are in shambles.
There is no meme. This is just a threat.
Incredible. Remarkable. I actually was going to make a joke about, the opening animation, but this still looks pretty good. Like, the fact that this was on the 3DS is absurd. Men are dying. Truly, a tragic vision. Well, that's enough about that. Who really cares? Hi! I am Steve. Back again with a Let's Play. Haven't done those in a while. Because I just didn't feel like doing them. Alright. So. Why? Okay, well, I am 6'3" in real life, so I want to be the tall man. And unfortunately, long, curly-haired men do not exist in Fire Emblem. My dreams of a Weird Al Yankovic lord are in shambles. But that doesn't mean we can't have a hairstyle that kind of resembles mine. It's a man with long hair. Is that literally the only long-haired man option? Yeah. That's it. So you might be asking yourself, why? Why are we playing Fire Emblem Fates in the year of our Lord 2023? You have all these options for... I can have my hair be hot pink, but having curls is just too much to ask. Guess I should be thankful that I have long hair in this game to begin with. It took Pokemon. In fact, Pokemon still doesn't think children have... boys have long hair. Do they? Alright, let's see. I want to look... angry. And my facial detail will be this scar across my eye that I got mysteriously in Iraq. So, why Fates? Why now? Why not like 5 years ago? Well, I realize I just haven't played Fates in a while. And it was due for a replay. And what better way to replay a game, not casually by myself so I can just easily come to my own thoughts and conclusions, but in front of hundreds if not thousands of people where I have to think about something funny to say, and therefore my ability to focus on the game itself starts to plummet, and I might not walk away with the same experience. Alright, so the joke was... I always went Stev. It's been so many Let's Plays since I had to name myself, I don't remember which number of Stev that I'm on. I think that this is 10? Shit, it might be 11. I think this is Stev number 11. I could be wrong. My birthday is May 18th. My boon is that I'm... robust as speed, right? I think? No, quick. Quick would be speed. I'm quick, but I'm unlucky, and my secret talent is that I'm an undercover... Oh, dragon. No. An undercover mercenary. Yeah, there it is. I would not like to receive notifications on Spot Pass. Get out of here, test playthrough. Prologue, ties that bind. So, if before we get in to say I want to replay it, I should probably say Oh, Citra does not... I mean, my fully legal 3DS does not like you. It's, like, almost right. And that makes it worse than if it just wasn't right. This is like that episode of Simpsons when Principal Skinner just walks through the river. This is what he's doing underwater. So, my thoughts on Fates are the exact same as public opinion, the opposite of public opinion in a good way, and the opposite of public opinion in a bad way. My thoughts on Fire Emblem Fates Revelations are the same as the general public. That game sucks. There is almost nothing of value in it. It's just bad. My opinion on Fire Emblem Birthright is actually more positive than, you know what, the cutscenes... No. We're gaming at 20 FPS. We're playing Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. My thoughts on Fire Emblem Birthright are more positive than the public reception, in that I think Fire Emblem Birthright's a good game. People call it the boring one. It's not very good. People just only replay Conquest. Oh, this is bad. Oh well. We have not perfected emulation just yet. We'll get there one day. And then we will sail the high seas in the Great Pirate Era. Yeah, but I like Birthright. I think Birthright's just a good game. And on the flip of that, I think that Fire Emblem Conquest is not good. People are like, oh man, it's got like the best gameplay in the series. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. Doesn't even have the best gameplay on the 3DS. I don't like the gameplay in Conquest at all. I don't like its maps, I don't like how they, like, just the mechanics. But in Birthright, it's easy enough to ignore. So, this playthrough, we will see if I can challenge these preconceptions. Maybe walk away with a greater appreciation for Fire Emblem Fates. Or maybe walk away with less. I don't know, keep an open mind. Opinions are worthless if you can't be, like, willing to change them. Oh shoot, I should have been reading this dialogue. See, this is the thing. The Norians don't stand a chance. Alright, if I remember correctly from the practice run I did literally a little while ago, this is all scripted. Give up free will. Your voice won't be heard at all. Alright. So, a little worried about Citra being able to handle this, but you know what? I have faith. You have to believe. Demand to know why you dogs are invading Hoshido. And then... Okay. So there is actually something... I do really like the opening combat. And then Astra's gonna go off, and they're both gonna be really oof-owie hurty. The bridge collapsed. How can we help our brother now? Yes. This also foreshadows Dragon Veins. So what I like about this, just as soon as we get to the river's dried up, that, you know, is like, holy hell, what the hell did she just do? Yes. Alright, big shots. Okay, it's establishing that royals have some kind of magic powers, and that Norians are the evil ones, question mark. And what I really like about this is it's showing you the portraits of all the units that you might get someday, but you have no idea who they are, really? So you're, like, seeing all these faces, and it's purposefully, like, a blur of things you don't fully understand. But because of that, it adds the intrigue of, oh man, what are they like? And then when you get them, you're kind of, like, learning more about what's going on here. I think this is a very well-executed opening bit. Yeah, and then there's Yukimura, a super popular character that everyone remembers. Don't you remember your boy Yukimura? The core and sexuals really get the short end of the stick here. But, like, there I am. You see, like, you don't know who Takumi or Sakura are, but, like, you're looking through, and you know, you've got this guy, you're like, oh, who the hell's that guy? And if you want to, you can see their description, so you still actually get the small amount of, like, character that you could learn. Like, you can learn right away that this woman's racist, and you're like, wow, that's cool. Why are there Foxboy twinks? Who knows? Mysterious. I accidentally clicked on him. We are leaving. Then there's, like, you can look at all these characters and look at their designs and think, oh, that's interesting. Like, alright. And that's really cool. I really like that this does this like this. I think it's a really clever way to use the premonition that Awakening established, and then, like, every single game had to use afterwards for some damn reason. Alright, so now we have... Yeah, and this is just explaining ranged attacks. Explaining paired up a little bit. Just, like, this is a really cool opening sequence. I think... that scream is very funny. But I think that that's a very solid opening, opening scene. Everyone's saying how amazing.
Come on.
Yeah, and Takumi's being full of himself. That's cute. So this is a very solid opening bit. I like it. It gives enough intrigue. And asks questions like, who are these mysterious people, and why does Ryoma look like that? Seriously, Ryoma's design is like... I remember when Resplendent Ryoma came out, and people were like, oh my god, he looks kinda dumb. I'm like, have you never seen Ryoma? He's always looked like that.
Not on my watch.
Yup, he's the brother and Prince of Hoshido, my brother and Prince of Nor, and you're like, what's going on here?
You have the devil's own luck.
Uh-huh. Everyone look, it's Leo having a personality that's not tomatoes. Enjoy it while it lasts, for it will not last forever. Uh-huh, like, oh, what, we're kidnapped? Just constantly laying on...
Don't be fooled.
What the hell's going on here before we get to go back in time and learn what's actually going on. And then this is another cutscene. No, okay, that was it. Solid prologue. I think it establishes the intrigue well. I think that was a good chapter. Alright? This review of Fates has made me realize that it's just a good chapter. It starts off on a strong note. Oh god, we're down to 9 FPS. I wonder if there's a way to make that better. Or if I'm just stuck like this, and this is just a quirk of Citra. If anyone knows how to do emulation better than me, which is anyone that knows how to do emulation, please. Anything more complicated than downloading Visual Boy and then downloading Pokemon Crystal is more complicated than I can understand. Whoa! POV shots! And Felicia jump scared! The only problem with being born male is you have to get Felicia as your starting party member and not Jacob. And that's a problem. So, it's still dark outside. Mm-hmm. Pounding out the dents. Alright. Fine, still not completely awake, though.
Is that so?
Can we help with that? Oh, it's right, this is where the maids are like, we're not just maids! We're magical maids! That's a funny joke. It also is, it's a fun way to introduce Flora and Felicia's ice powers. It's actually, replaying this, I realized that Fates really does start on strong notes. Like, it gets across the characters well. And it's like, oh yeah, he's saying that he has a dream of the future. Do they ever establish this, like, weird clairvoyance again? Or is it literally just a framing device?
Good luck out there.
Remember when FE characters had, like, 10 pre-recorded lines of dialogue that they just would play before they actually speak? I feel like Echoes and Three Houses have really spoiled JRPG fans with the voice acting. Because, like, I'm playing through this old baby. Trails of Cold Steel Part 3. Which is really fun, really good. I'm only on Chapter 2 of the game. But it's so mind-boggling going to that after playing, like, Engage and Three Houses, where almost every line of dialogue is voiced. And then in that game, there'll be a conversation between the main character, Reen Schwarzer, and, like, Randy. And Randy will be fully voiced, and Reen will just not speak in response. He'll have dialogue, he'll speak, but it's not voiced. And I'm like, wow. Modern Fire Emblem has really spoiled me to voice acting. Because actually voicing every individual line of a JRPG of this much narrative is absurd. Like, this doesn't happen. Right. So, we've been spoiled. And here, we've learned that Xander's a tough opponent, but he seems like he wants Corrin to win. Corrin is a prisoner in his own home. This is a solid, like, continuing the trend of solid introductions. However, I do not like how hand-holdy and boring the first few maps are gameplay-wise. Because, like, you think about, say, FE6, or FE1, or 3. Those games just start. Like, they just begin, and you are playing the feud. This game, the first map, you literally have no free will. The first two here, you have to play it the way the game tells you to. And, like, other Fire Emblems do that too, like, the prologue of FE9, you have to beat Boyd and Grail in, like, the way that you're supposed to. You have, like, you're forcibly controlled in FE8. Like, it happens. But what bothers me is that, like, they all suck for it. I fully believe in letting the player, like, play the goddamn game.
You'll be all right.
My bane was luck, and yet I immediately got luck on the first level up, alongside strength and speed, which is pretty hot. Alright. Next up, yeah, unless I miss a 2% on the prologue. Got him. Oh yeah, remember this? Oh no, I can't click it. Like the first person point of view? I'll get to it next chapter. Alright. More dialogue. Well done. You're getting stronger every day. Thanks, Xander. Couldn't have done it without your tough love. You have natural talent. You could be the greatest warrior in all of Nor. Xander has seen the growth rates. He knows. Now he's just being... Alright. Never joke about serious matters. In fact, you don't joke very much in general, from what I remember. But I don't remember much, which is why I'm doing this whole thing. You could be the one to bring light to our king... Sure, no one talks like that. But whatever, it's JRPG slop. True strength is more than simple swordplay. Calm your... Yep, Leo's competitive. He's a talented maid. Like, they're getting across character details really well. Him being like, huh, magic is elite. You and your pointy metal sticks. I think would land a lot funnier if he wasn't of a class that also uses swords. Like, him insulting swords and saying they're not the true strength to power kind of weighs less when he's a Malik Knight.
What? Well...
Your collar's inside out. I do like this. It's like they're siblings. They're teasing each other. It's clear that Xander, Leo, and Corrin do love each other. And they're just having fun. Just jabbing at each other. Even if, man, those models... I swear, not only myself, we probably looked at these models and went, wow, they look so good for the 3DS. Like, how'd they do this? And now I'm looking at them like, oh my god, why do they look like that? Alright, take extra special care of you. Right. She was worried too. And Elise visits him a lot. Alright, see, we've got a loving family here.
Yes.
And here we're also doing important dialogue. Corrin's literally never allowed to leave. That's sad. And look at her, she's happy. And if I remember correctly, Leo's about to say the line that I fucking hate. Well, that's adorable. That's lovely.
I love you so much.
Aww. And that's the line that bothers me. Elise, when do you intend to behave like the adult that you technically are? If you've written a woman, Elise is not a woman, this line is not there for that, but just bear with me for a second. If you write a woman, like an adult woman character, and you feel the need that you have to write in a line, letting the audience know, oh, they're technically an adult, something has gone wrong. You have made a mistake somewhere, because children and women do not act the same. Elise is not a woman, by the way. She's very clearly meant to be a child. But you can knock her up with Kana, and they're like, shit, 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 adult, adult, adult. She's very clearly not. Like, she's a child. I can tell because she looks and acts like a child. Conversely, someone, because of Trails is on the mind, Trails of Cold Steel, Toa. Toa's a tiny woman. I can tell because she walks, talks, and acts like a woman. She's just tiny. I have a friend, Courtney. She's one of my friends since high school. She's like 4'11". She's tiny. I literally talked to her. We were swimming at a friend's house a few days ago, and I'm like, there's a 5 in your height, right? She's like, no, 4'11". I would never call Courtney a child, because she walks, talks, and acts like a woman. She's just tiny. Like, there's a difference. That line bothers me because I know why it's there, and it makes me uncomfortable. But yes, Camilla is explaining why I do like Elise as a character. Like, Elise is this fun, happy person trying to be cheery and Noor, even though Noor fucking sucks. And I think that that's important. So I do like Elise. Like, again, these are solid introductions. I just hate that line. Like, it's such a gross line because you know why it's there. Like... And also, Corrin's like, oh, I'm so grateful to have you all. Until they're violently ripped away from you in the divorce. And then Camilla's just like, let me break the news and completely steal Xander's thunder. That's such a sibling thing to do. Alright. Must have been so lonely all this time, separated from the rest of the world. I mean, didn't Corrin literally say that?
Wow.
Yes.
Maybe I can join you all as a soldier, fighting for Noor. Plenty of Let's depart. Woo! We did it! We're deemed cool enough to leave imprisonment. Oh, here's Lilith. She rocks!
I'm so happy for you.
Gunter has asked me to go with you to the capital so I can look after the horses. I'd miss if you weren't coming along too.
Yes.
Woo! They're all fond of Lord Steb the 11th, probably from all his time in the stables. Yep, Corrin loves animals. I don't remember that part.
Yes.
Huh.
Oh.
No.
Been wrong. Yeah, I do not remember Corrin being an animal lover. But whatever, it makes sense. You're holed up in a castle all the time. You don't get to go out into the outside world. So yeah, you start to like animals because you don't have real friends. It's kind of sad, actually. You're always especially fond of our brother.
Listen up.
As gripping as... Okay, no. Xander does crack jokes. It's a very dry sense of humor, but he has one. I take it back, Xander.
Yes. Understood.
Flora, you and Jacob will remain here to watch over the fortress. Alright. No. Don't take Jacob away from me. Don't leave me with Felicia. He's way cooler than her. Goodbye, Jacob. You'll come back when I create... The fuck did you have to create to get Jacob to show up? If you play as a man? Whatever. Alright. Another solid chapter character-wise. Like, Fates really does get across its characters well in these early chapters. In particular, I think this is my favorite one of the early chapters in terms of how it establishes Leo and Xander. Also, that place looks sick. Like, the way that this place is constructed is cool. It really gives off JRPG final level vibes. And I love it for that. Look at the Skrunklies. And there he is. Totally cool dad.
You've come a long way.
I see you've made it here safely. Long have I wished to see you. Krakenberg is a funny name, though. Like, I guess it's supposed to sound threatening because of the word Kraken in front of it. You know, release the Kraken.
No.
But, like... you can't just add Berg to it. Like, Tigerberg. Or, Devilberg. Like, it just doesn't sound threatening when you add Berg to it. That's not a, like, name ender that can be threatening. Well, hold on. There is Dinkelberg. Alright. So, Garen immediately, unlike everyone else who starts off really likable, really cheery, Garen, you immediately understand that this guy's, like, not cool. His music, his design, the way he talks, he very clearly is like bad news. He's bad company, and I just can't deny. And here we get some lore. So we are descendants of dragons, and we have cool dragon powers. Xander, Camilla, and Leo have shown they possess this power. Elise doesn't know how to use dragon veins yet? Ah, forgot about that. So now, because he's a man, he gets a personal weapon. Remember, women aren't allowed to have personal weapons. Well, I guess if I'm female core, then I would. But yeah, don't think too hard about how Ryoma, Takumi, Leo has a personal tome. Leo and Xander get personal weapons, but Camilla, Elise, Sakura, and Hinoka don't.
Thank you.
Also, can I say I love how the Yato looks when it's not quite the Yato yet? Like, that just looks wrong. Like, yeah, like, oh man, it's red and black. What the most basic ass, I'm looking edgy color scheme. Shut the fuck up, it looks cool. Like, you're trying to tell me that Shadow the Hedgehog isn't the coolest thing ever made? Yeah, fuck off.
Listen well.
These are prisoners. Right. Kill prisoners.
Allow me to
Don't think too hard about, the repercussions.
Yes.
Alright.
I am Rinka.
Alright, there's Rinka and Kaze. Step 11. Can it be? Kaze. I remember Kaze was cool, and Rinka was pretty cool. I remember both of these characters being pretty good. Like, I guess I'll just talk about the characters as I get them.
Yeah.
And, like, the whole point of this is for me to, like, see if my memory holds up. So let's just... Dragon Vein here. Dragon Veins, I don't honestly like them too much. I feel like they're more gimmicks than actual, like, really good strategy. They just feel like gimmicks to me.
You see.
Like, they stop making maps about, like, the strategy of the gameplay and whatnot, and just make every map kind of gimmicky. But, you know, that's just my opinion. And maybe that will change. Maybe I'll use a dragon gimmick. A dragon vein. See, I'm not going to challenge my opinion if I keep calling them gimmicks. Maybe I'm going to find a dragon vein that is really cool. But alright. We're going to start right here. And then Kaze's like, ha ha ha! I'm clever. I'm using my shurikens to my advantage. It's not gonna work. Alright. Oh yeah, this. Who plays Fire Emblem like this? Like, actually, I want to... Anyone out there watching, I really do want to ask you, have you ever actually met someone who prefers to play Fire Emblem with the first-person view shot? Like, it's... I mean, I guess it's neat that it's here.
This is my chance.
Alright, I'm getting strength and speed in spades. That is very good. I cannot remember. Does this game have broken FE4 Kanto? And then this is your typical, and then the dramatic. I'm gonna prefer the tradition. I don't know. Like, you know, it doesn't. Alright, let's use that shuriken to make this guy a little bitch. Yeah, come to Papa. Oh no, I've lost the buff of, Felicia. Now Gunter is definitely totally in danger. Look, they do 2 damage. Ah, Gunter. One of the most Jagans to ever Jagan. His growths are shit. His stats stop being helpful after a little while. But by God, do you need him for that little while? And by God, is he a god in that time frame? Alright, so... Solid stuff, solid stuff. And then, yeah, I should be completely fine here. Mm-hmm. Yes, alright. Now I am healed up. And I can, I can just outright kill this guy. Girl. Nice. Well, you are dead. You know, Corrin, I guess if you're, like, stuck in a castle your entire life, you totally memorize the choreography of all the sick flips you're gonna do in battle.
You'll be all right.
Alright, not a bad level up. I would like to break some doubling thresholds, though. This should be perfect. And then Felicia can get the other kill. If I remember correctly, Felicia, her damage output is really bad until you get the Flame Shuriken. But by gum, once you get the Flame Shuriken, that's pretty fucking cool. Alright. I had the easiest opportunity to say the Flame Shuriken's pretty fucking hot, and I just didn't take it. What the actual hell is wrong with me? Mm-hmm. And then this is a very good scene. Because Corrin's like, what the hell do you mean? They're helpless prisoners. We can't kill them. That's bad. And then Corrin's like, fuck you, Dad. And then Garen kills off, like, some of the nameless jerkwads. And he's gonna do it again. And Corrin's like, joke's on you, I press the shoulder buttons, my shield's up.
What?
And I do really like this scene, because it kind of, It makes it look like Xander's simply just playing along, and it's really nice what they do with Xander here. Where Xander's like, ha ha ha!
Stand down, big brother.
And then you fight. Oh! Also, if you got hit with a sword slash like that, you'd be dead.
Listen.
But you know what? It's anime. Who cares?
Oh.
And then Corrin's like, but Dad, what about Mercy? I played Undertale. I want the fish lesbian to have a girlfriend. Mercy route. And then Leo's like, well, I'll see you later, plant. I only asked, did you be merciful? And then Garen leaves, and Leo's like, ha ha ha, I've pulled a fast one on you.
Hush.
I actually really do like this scene. And then Xander's like, I do actually really like that line. Like, Xander's like, you know, being kind will kill you. And Corrin's like, I'd rather be that than alive and a fucking asshole. Xander's like, yeah, that checks out.
Leo. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And Leo's like, I'm only doing this because Camilla and Elise are like, blah, blah, blah. No, Leo's a good guy.
Oh, wow.
I really do like this scene. It's a good one. Another good chapter showing dragon veins, and it teaches you the basics of positioning. Because, like, you gotta pay attention, and it's basic. You're just like, axe, left. Corrin, sword. Put Corrin, left. And then on the other side, swords, right. Gunter, lance. It's basic stuff, but this is the third chapter of the game. And they don't hold your hand, by the way. Like, that is very nice. They're immediately like, you can put together in this formation where you should put Corrin, Felicia, and Gunter. I like it. A solid chapter. Kaze just leaves without saying a word. And then Rinka is a bit more stubborn with her pride.
What?
Yeah.
And here's Corrin being naive, but good. And Rinka's smile at the end there is kind of indicative. It's nice. Just a solid... Chapter 2 is just a solid chapter. And with Chapter 2, we move on to Chapter 3. Crazy how math works.